Hey guys, gwyned here, back for the finals. This is game 3 in the finals match between Donfluzo 2 and Hyku from MPDC 15.01. Donfluzo won the first one, Hyku won the second one, and so here we are for game 3. Don goes ahead and, not surprisingly, chooses to play first. He keeps his opening 7, as does Hyku. And no turn 1 play, but Hyku finds Doomed Traveler, passes the turn back. And Donfluzo here is going to go ahead and play out a Perilous Mirror. Back on Hyku's turn, goes ahead and swings in with the Doomed Traveler. And Donfluzo takes the point of damage. And follows it up with a Revoke Existence to take out the Perilous Mirror. On his turn, Don's going to go ahead and play out a Ichor Wellspring and a Sylvic Lifestaff as well. Hyku will swing in back with the Doomed Traveler, play out an Ichor Wellspring of his own, and I was wondering if he missed a land, but he almost looks like he just drew one, but maybe he was just holding on to it, and finds a Flare Husk as well. Donfluzo answers by destroying the Flare Husk with the Ancient Grudge. And Hyku will swing in here with the Doomed Traveler yet again. Again, I'm telling you, this Doomed Traveler, man, just a great little card. If you're playing white in Innistrad, I pretty much suggest that you be playing this card in Standard Pauper. It just seems like it's going to be a really good choice, and it's particularly well suited in this deck with all the equipment that he's running. Alright, and then finds himself his Perilous Mirror of his own, passes the turn back, and Don finds a Flare Husk, which he will go ahead and suit up with the Lifestaff and pass the turn back. And then Hyku finds a Lifestaff of his own, which he will equip on the Perilous Mirror. But before he's able to do it, Donfluzo is... must be Brimstone Volley? Yeah, using Brimstone Volley on the Perilous Mirror. And he will go ahead and use the Perilous Mirror to take out the Germ Token, but that means that Donfluzo will gain some life. And then goes ahead and equips the Lifestaff up to the Doomed Traveler and swings in for 2. Back on his turn, Donfluzo is going to go ahead and... not sure what this is. Oh, of course, it's the Flameborn Hellion again. Makes sense. He'll go ahead and swing in here for 5. And see, that's when it proves its worth. If you can get it in when your opponent doesn't have any way of blocking, it really does feel like a Lava Axe. Of course, I think Lava Axe is 1 mana cheaper, but still it's a creature, it keeps attacking. And not a terrible creature. Like I said before, if it had Trample, it would really be insane, but it doesn't. So let's see what Hyku can do in response. He is going to go ahead and use a Pacifism. It's funny, I don't know if I've ever seen this card played in Standard Pauper before. It's it's a very, very strong card in Limited. But for some reason, it's just not a removal spell that gets used very often in Standard Pauper. Probably, I guess, because of all the bounce effects that were so common before with Core Skyfisher running around, that it just didn't make sense to use enchantment-based removal. But with that gone, this might actually be something that's worth considering, again, using the style, the enchantment-style removal spells to get rid of an opponent's creature. It's definitely something to keep in mind as we continue through the season. Alright, back to the match here. Hyku's going to swing in with his Doomed Traveler. Hit for 2, and passes the turn back. Don finds yet another Flare Husk, which I'm assuming he's going to... oh, he's going to go ahead and flash back Ancient Grudge to take out the Lifestaff. And now he'll go ahead and suit up his little Germ Token with its various equipment and pass the turn back. Hyku here plays out another Perilous Mirror and then declines to swing in. Doesn't want to trade off yet. Donfluzo finds a Think Twice. And then finds Kuldotha Rebirth, which again, just a great card for him. I love it's just a fun little card. Not nearly as good now the Bushwhacker is gone. That was kind of the key of the Kuldotha Red deck, was to drop these little 1/1 red goblin creature tokens and then drop a Goblin Bushwhacker as well and just hit in for 8 damage in a turn. So we can't do that anymore, but still in this deck, especially with all the equipment he has running around, these little 1/1 guys are actually fairly useful. And getting a card off the Ichor Wellspring is certainly nice as well. Alright, so we have a game. He'll go and swing in here with the Germ Token, Presumably he's going to block. He's just going to block with the Doomed Traveler. Oh, he'll block with both of them. That makes sense, actually. That way he can then use the extra ability from the Perilous Mirror to take out a Goblin token as well. And he gets a Spirit token out of the deal. Oh, except it looks like Don Flu's... Oh, he's just casting Think Twice again. I say again. He's casting a different Think Twice. Alright, so Hyku will blow up a Goblin token as expected, get a Spirit token, and Don will gain 3 life. And then finally he'll cast yet another Flare Husk. And Hyku swings in with the Spirit token and finds himself with another Doomed Traveler. Don Fluzo draws into an Ichor Wellspring and suits up the Goblin and goes ahead and holds back on using any of his other equipment here, but swings in with his little 1/1s. And here he'll block the Germ token with the Doomed Traveler, so he can get another Spirit token. And now Don, nope, he's just going to pass the turn back. And Hyku finds a Life Staff, which he will equip to his Spirit token and swing in. Again, I think Don's going to have a lot of trouble handling all these little spirits unless he can draw into a Geist Flame. That would certainly be one way of handling them. And he's just going to go ahead and flashback Think Twice. Oh, the other issue Don is going to end up running into is, if you'll notice, he is down to under 2 minutes on his clock. So really all Hyku has to do is survive for the next couple of minutes, and he's got the win. And Hyku's going to go ahead and equip the Life Staff and pass the turn back. And see, in this situation, all Hyku has to do is keep that Life Staff on a creature, keep his life total high, keep getting more creatures, and he can probably stay in this. That being said, he doesn't have any other cards in hand, so it's... And Don Fluzo definitely has a pretty significant board advantage, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. So he's moving his equipment around, using Galvanic Blast to get rid of the Spirit token, and now he can swing in here for 5. Alright, back on Hyku's turn. Obviously equips the Life Staff and just passes the turn back. Here he uses, Don Fluzo uses Incinerate to get rid of the card, and again can swing in for 5. And plays out an Ichor Wellspring before doing so. Alright, Hyku drops to 8. And finds himself a second Ichor Wellspring, as well as the Vault Scourge. Vault Scourge? Yeah, Vault Scourge, which he'll equip with the Life Staff. Also nice here, the Lifelink will certainly be useful. Again, just keep him in this game. And Don Fluzo finds himself another Kuldotha Rebirth. But man, now that he's down under a minute, I'm beginning to wonder if he even has time to finish this game. He's going to have to hurry if he is going to win. Yeah, he'll go ahead and block the little Goblin token, gain the 2 life. And Don will gain life as well, but that doesn't matter nearly as much at this point because Don is probably going to time out. And so here he's going to go ahead and use Vivisection, draw a whole bunch of cards, and I almost wonder if Don doesn't even know that he's about to run out of time. And wow, has yet another Kuldotha Rebirth. And he'll use Incinerate on his opponent, but I don't think he's going to have time to get another attack in. So Hyku finds a Phyrexian Rager, gets it equipped, and passes the turn back here. Don Fluzo plays out a Life Staff, and now let's see if he can pull off getting everything equipped in time. I don't think he's going to pull it off. Nope, he is not, and unfortunately it looks like Don probably would have been able to come back to win here. How much damage is that? So he'll block the 2, that would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he actually would have had the win if he just had just a couple more seconds, but unfortunately he runs out of time, and Hyku ends up winning that game because he ran out of time. It's unfortunate, but certainly something that does happen, and something, if you're a good player, you've got to be aware of. You've always got to be watching your clock. So probably not, the most fantastic way to win the finals, but victory is victory, and Hyku takes the tournament win for our first entry in MPDC 15.01. This has been gwyned. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. There'll be an article up on puremtgo.com that'll go with this video. Should be up in a couple days. So hope you've enjoyed watching. See you next time.